Me and my girlfriends all accepting absolute shit behavior from men, but just sitting around in a circle being like, you deserve better. No, you deserve better. No, you deserve, well, we both deserve better. Yeah, but I'm going to still keep seeing them. They're like, me too. And I'm like, okay, but you deserve better. No, so you deserve better. Okay.
You need help.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Cosmic Verse titled Leftover Women Are Losing Their Minds Because Men Are Going Their Own Way. You know, I've been hearing for the better part of the last decade that men need to go away, not approach women, and so on. But now that men have, apparently it's a problem for modern day women. Let's jump into it.
Dating today feels so exhausting. Like everyone says that they want real connection, but no one is really putting themselves out there. And like, serious question, and I'm not asking for a friend, I'm asking for me, but where are all the emotionally available, loving, protective men? Please let me know where. I'm saying it again. I am not asking for a friend. I'm asking for me.
Those men were literally everywhere. The problem is that they either got ignored, mocked, or treated like trash in a previous relationship. Now they decided that it is safer to preserve their peace than risk it on a woman who clearly took part in the man-hating.
Okay, I'm trying to find the best places in LA to meet single men, and I've been on a bit of a hiatus because I had food poisoning. I was in Kauai. Now I'm back, okay? But I'm working a lot. So we had a team dinner tonight. We went to Pache, classic place in LA. There were so many cute guys. I don't know like how you would meet them at like a restaurant. It's not like really a bar vibe, but I will tell you, there were a lot of cute guys at Pache. I was surprised. Maybe I've just like never looked around, and like not all of them like were in couples. Like there were just like a lot of attractive men. So just doing my part in spreading the word.
What this woman doesn't realize is by doing this, all she's doing is taking away places that single men can go to be left alone.
Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at? And I'm not talking about the club. And I hate dating apps. Where do y'all find single men at? Where are the single men? Because everywhere I go, I'm seeing taken men. The way I would literally cut off both of my butt cheeks just to have a crush right now, I would do it. I also fear that I have to meet somebody in real life because the dating apps, anytime I even tell anyone yes to meeting up and going on a date, I think they're gonna me.
It really does make men feel good when a woman he meets automatically assumes that he's going to take her life. It's such a great feeling to know that women think the majority of men are just violent psychos, even though we are obviously not.
And then I sabotage it. So, like, can someone that has a crush right now tell me what the butterflies feel like? Because I forgot. Tell me what it feels like to feel a little uneasy and feel like you might be ghosted any second, because I forgot. Things are not looking good.
A woman who's incapable of feeling physically attracted to a man has an obscene amount of baggage that she will ultimately refuse to work on. She has literally nothing to offer that man except for pain and misery.
I am 50 years old and I have never been married and I don't have kids. And I know that some people think that is a red flag. And my question is, why? Is it better to have a divorce? Is it better to be like a single mom? Is it better to be in an unhappy marriage? I don't understand why people in my situation are called red flags.
It's because if a woman is 50 years old with no kids, it's a major red flag to a man who actually wants kids. But also, it's not that difficult for a woman to find a guy, and yet she screwed it up for literally over half of her life, by the way. Men see that and they know to stay away. Hold on a moment. I just want to pause the video to ask you, the viewer, a question. Are you a gamer? Well, if you are, you might have heard that Ubisoft recently shut down The Crew, which is a game that people paid for and loved. Overnight, it became completely unplayable with no refunds, no offline mode, no nothing. So the game essentially just died. Now, this isn't about one title, it's about a growing trend where publishers can pull the plug on any game that you own, wiping it out forever. That's why over 1 million people have signed this particular petition, which I'm mentioning now, called Stop Killing Games. It is a simple request, guys. If a company decides to shut down servers, they should have to patch the game to work offline or release tools so that players can keep enjoying what they paid for. Even if you think nothing will change because of corporate interests, signing is still a way to show that you care about game preservation and consumer rights. So guys, if that interests you, I'm going to leave a link to the petition down in the video description or the pinned comment, whichever I remember, probably the pinned comment. So go and check it out, guys, and let's remind some publishers that we are not okay with losing our games forever. Now back to the video.
So frustrated with this concept of I need to be okay with my own company and I need to be okay on my own and I need to value myself and all of this bullshit. That's what it is. It's bullshit.
The only people who are telling these hopelessly single women that the only way to find a guy is to become even more self-absorbed are in fact actually other hopelessly single women who know nothing about men.
When you live by yourself, and I mean by yourself, and you don't have anyone to wake up in the morning, anyone to go, oh, I noticed we've run out of this, or anyone to ask if you want to do something on your day off, anyone to spend your time with, anyone to watch a series with, anyone to do literally anything with, and I hate it. That's the thing. I hate it. I don't like being on my own. I don't like being lonely. I don't like not having anyone. Stop telling people they've got to be okay being on their own.
This could have been easily solved if she played within her league and just accepted that there is nothing wrong with being with an average man who's a good guy. But she threw that away, and a lifetime's worth of solitude is her reward.
I'm in my 30s. No kids, single. In my Chinese culture, I would be called a 剩女 or leftover. But could you please explain to me why I look better now than when I was in my 20s?
I thought it was common knowledge that a woman is considered her most desirable in her youth rather than when she gets older. If an older woman is without kids, then there is typically a reason for it, and that reason is rarely legitimate despite what they try and tell you.
My body is more toned, my skin is clearer, and my style is more refined. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to do and be whoever I want to be. The world is not my oyster. The world is my ocean. And you're telling me I'm a leftover?
That's correct.
Dating apps feel like I am shopping at Ross and I am in the racks going like just passing through the clothes. That's what it feels like.
This is how modern women think about men on dating apps. They are discounted people that they get once the money and fun runs out. This is why the dating apps are a complete waste of time for the majority of men.
My friends somehow convinced me to get on dating apps. You know, I've been single for about 1.5 years now. And I was like, whatever, okay, like I'll try it. I'll be open-minded. If I receive another message asking me WYD, what are you doing right now? What the hell does it matter what I am doing right now? What is your intention? That's your opening move? I haven't even met any of these guys and I am already so freaking annoyed. Whoever said that this generation of dating sucks, it really, really sucks. You guys, where are they? Where are the kings? Where is my future husband? It's so frustrating. I literally would rather be alone. It's scary out here. I am so annoyed. I am so done.
The reason why dating sucks for this generation is because modern women essentially just chase the very top percentage of men, and they actually don't like the remaining like 95% of dudes. In fact, those guys just get treated like trash, really.
Just out of curiosity, why is serenading not a thing anymore? I used to show up to a girl's house who they liked with a guitar and start singing, hoping they'd peek their head out the window. Men used to go to war. Now, men expect you to have sex with them after they pay for a $50 dinner. Now, men are talking to an entire football-sized roster of females. Now, men are cocky, their egos are through the roof. And if you mention a guy that you like to your friends that you've been hanging out with, just forget about it. You're never gonna hear from him again. Never.
Men don't do those things because a serenade only works if the man is attractive. And just by the way, if the man is attractive, ironically enough, he doesn't even have to do the serenade in the first place because the woman will still hook up with him anyway.
These are the most annoying things that people tell me as a single 30-year-old.
Starting off strong, learn to be content in your singleness. This is a common Christian phrase. Newsflash, I'm not content. It's not enjoyable. I'm a yapper. I want somebody to come home and yap to. My mom is starting to ignore my calls. I need somebody at home who's contractually obligated to listen to me yap. The other one, love will come when you least expect it. Cheryl, I have pretty much lost all hope. I no longer expect it. What I expect is to die alone. I have had this expectation for the last 2 years.
Imagine being stuck in a marriage where you work all day and the second you walk through the door, your wife immediately starts talking to you endlessly because she believes you're under contractual obligation to just sit there and listen to her. That's not marriage. That's just an emotional punching bag.
And I'm starting to think that you're wrong about this one. You're young. You're so young. You have all the time in the world. No, I don't. I don't. I'm 30. I'm so young. Okay, I date somebody. When do you expect me to marry them? I start dating somebody today. We get married a year from now. And then what? We want to be married in our marital bliss for like 2 years. Then we want to try to have a baby. I'm already in my mid-30s by the time we start talking about having babies. If I'll get married exactly 1 year from today and then wait 2 years to enjoy my marital bliss with my husband. I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm not young. 30's not young. And I would really appreciate it if y'all stop trying to gaslight me into thinking that.
These are the very same women who proudly proclaimed that they didn't want kids back when they could have them. They wasted time they didn't have on a career, traveling and partying, and now they double back and expect men to just impregnate them. It's crazy.
I'm not single by choice. I don't want to be single, but I'm not desperate either, so I'd rather be single than pick the wrong person just so I can tell people I have someone.
There are no hot men in Canada. When I moved to Canada, I thought a lumberjack man was going to come and sweep me off my feet. He was going to carry me into the woods, fight a bear, and we were going to live happily ever after. That's just not the fact. I haven't found one good-looking guy in Canada that piques my interest.
The idea that Canadian men are just burly, hockey-playing, bear-fighting lumberjacks was practically a meme decades ago, but she didn't do any form of research before moving to a foreign country. Not a smart plan.
I'm literally just about to go into the gym to see if I can find any. It's Valentine's Day next week, and I haven't got a date. What is going on, Canada? This is not what I expected when I moved here.
Women are not attractive anymore, and I'm not even talking about their looks. It's the fact that so many of them are not healed, not appreciative. They don't see their own mistakes, and they're stuck in another toxic relationship because they can't see a good man even if he fell upon her.
The other problem is that she can't respect the good men because they don't fill her with the same level of excitement as the men she chased around 10 years ago.
They don't even know themselves, and they're out here constantly trying to chase the next best thing. Being emotionally manipulative and not being able to take accountability at this big age is a turnoff. Like, take some time to heal. Go find yourself without having to have somebody right by your side. Because nobody can do the work for you, and they can't distract you enough for you to not need to do the work. You have to just pull up your big girl pants and do it. Just look in the mirror and be better, especially before that good man finds you. Because that is the only way that man is ever going to give you a second look. Because he is only looking for healed, healthy, appreciative, respectful, giving and loving, all of the above. That's what he's looking for. So just be that.
The problem with this advice is how modern women will pretend to do the work and quote unquote heal, but all they do is surround themselves with people who enable their terrible behavior, and it rarely works out for them.
That man that came on here a months ago who said it's going to become a time where it becomes a gift for men to even deal with women, like it's going to be an honor to have a woman by your side. Because women are evolving so much to the point that they're not dealing with men no more. They're happy by themselves. They're happy on them low selves, and they're good. And it's going to literally be an honor, a prize to have a woman by your side. It's a prize now and an honor now. But it's going to become so detrimental because women are not dealing with men no more.
These women have no idea how insulting the phrase "we have evolved" sounds to a man. It implies that she thinks the majority of men are uncivilized cavemen, even though we live, work, think, and build. That's apparently nothing in comparison to a woman when she cuts a post-dated rent check. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.